status quo in Washington and why he is the candidate who will restore freedom and prosperity in America. Ron Paul is married to his high school sweetheart, Carol, and they have 5 children together and 18 grandchildren. Besides working in politics, Dr. Paul has worked as an OBGYN who has delivered over 4,000 babies. And he strongly believes that life begins at conception and must be protected. He is 100% pro-life and has sponsored bills that would repeal Roe v. Wade and end abortion. Ron Paul is also an Air Force veteran, having proudly served our country as a flight surgeon in the Air Force and in the Air National Guard. While in the military, Ron Paul took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. And as a member of Congress, he's taken a similar oath, with one hand on the Bible and the other held high. And as a Christian, an oath to God is something Ron Paul takes very seriously. That's why during his entire time in Congress, Dr. Paul has never voted for a single piece of legislation that wasn't expressly authorized in the Constitution. He's never voted for a tax increase. Dr. Paul has never voted for an unbalanced budget. He's never voted for gun control, and he has never voted to increase the debt ceiling. Besides his voting record, I truly admire Dr. Paul for the fact that he lives by his faith and his principles. For example, as a medical doctor, Dr. Paul had 2 rules at his office. First, absolutely no abortions. Second, his office refused to accept any federal money. But they didn't turn patients away. Instead, he treated them for discounted prices. And if they couldn't afford that, he treated them for free. And Dr. Paul has continued to live his values while in Congress. That's why he doesn't participate in the lucrative congressional pension program. He's never voted to increase his own salary. He's never taken a government paid junket, and he returns a portion of his paycheck to the Treasury Department every year. Ron Paul has been warning of the dangers of out-of-control Federal Reserve for years, and as president, he will fully audit the Fed and fight to restore sound money in America. And as the only candidate to have accurately predicted this economic mess we're in before it even happened, Ron Paul knows what it will take to get our economy moving in the right direction again. And he has offered a real plan to do just that. His plan to restore America cuts $1 trillion in spending during the first year of his presidency by eliminating 5 unconstitutional departments, and it balances the budget during his 3rd year. And he does this without cutting 1 penny from Social Security, veterans benefits, or national defense. You see, Dr. Paul understands that national defense is the primary and most important function of our federal government. He voted for the use of force in Afghanistan after 9/11, and he supported going after Osama bin Laden and other terrorist leaders. As president, he will fight to secure our borders instead of policing the one between Afghanistan and Pakistan. Our troops understand Dr. Paul knows what it takes to keep America safe, and that's why he has received more contributions from active duty members of the military than all the other Republican candidates combined. Finally, if we are serious about defeating Barack Obama in 2012, we must make sure that Barack Obama, not the Republican nominee, is the one who will have to apologize for supporting the $700 billion TARP bailout and the individual mandate central to Obamacare. Barack Obama, not the Republican nominee, must be the one apologizing for flip-flopping, growing government, and pushing our nation to the brink. That's why we can't afford to nominate a candidate like Mitt Romney, Newt Gingrich, or Rick Santorum, who have spent all their life explaining away their past support for big government schemes. The truth is, Dr. Paul is the only candidate who we can trust to stop the out-of-control spending in Washington, D.C., and polls have shown him defeating Barack Obama in a head-to-head matchup. That's why I'm supporting Dr. Paul tonight, and I hope you do too.